Once upon a time, your number one disco kingpin Funky Mirage came back to BellTube to give away 10 candles as holiday disco special gifts to 10 of my favorite previously undiscofied booktubers. We're gonna do that again today, so welcome to the 2024 BellTube Hollywood Disco Special! So welcome back everybody to the 2024 BellTube Holiday Disco Special. If you've never been here before, we're going to bring in booktubers one after one and we're going to holiday gift them with a scented candle, one that matches their personality. That's right, it's me, Funky Mirage, your number one disco kingpin. Okay, let's bring in our first person. It's going to be Josh from Red Fury Books himself. Josh, come on down to the disco ball. Okay, Josh, now I got this candle for you. Now this one is your personality because I know you like mystery. This one's got cedarwood. It's got, what is that? It's got nutmeg and it's got rain. Okay, so this one's called Sherlock Study because I know you like to solve mysteries when you're in your Red Fury study. But Josh, you know how this works. If you didn't see last year's episode, now you know how it works. If you want to get this candle, Josh, if you want to live in Sherlock Study, there's one thing we must do. You must be DISCOFIED! Yeah! All right. Now this next booktuber, she's such a dear person. I love her so much. She's got music in her soul. That's why her and Funky Mirage get along so well. Joanna from Joanna Reads. Sit your butt down at the disco ball. Okay, Joanna, I got a great one for you. This one's got forest. It's got vanilla cream, and I can't read this one. I think it says nutmeg. It does say nutmeg. Okay, Joanna. This one's called, because you like to do some outdoors vlogging, right? And there's always like trees and nature. So this one's called For the Trees. But Joanna, you know if you want to get this candle, there is one thing you must do. You must be DISCOFIED! Yeah! All right. Okay, this next booktuber is a personal friend of mine. He's a personal guy that I like to send messages to back and forth and find out what this booktube thing's all about. He's even got his own podcast talking about A Song of Ice and Fire. You know him as the Friday Night Delight. That's right, Jimmy Nuts from the Fantasy Network. Sit your butt down at the disco ball. Okay, Jimmy, now for this one, I know you're such a big fan of A Song of Ice and Fire, so I found one that I think is perfect. It's got wintergreen forest and bonfire. Ooh, that sounds good, doesn't it, Jimmy Nuts? Okay, it's called Winter's Keep. But Jimmy, you know how this goes. In order for you to get this candle, you're gonna need to get elbow dropped DISCOFIED. Yeah! Now, we all know Jimmy Nuts doesn't go somewhere anywhere without his partner in crime, a librarian himself. Alan, sit your butt down at the disco ball. That's right, Alan from the Library of Alexandria. I went shopping for you too. Now, you are the librarian of that Library of Alexandria, so I got you something that's gonna remind you of that. It's got stone. It's got the smell of old tomes. It's even got the smell of antique wood. This one's called The Archives. Now, Alan, you know how this game works already. If you want to get this candled, you must get DISCOFIED! Yeah! Now this booktuber, she's like the opposite energy of your main disco man, Funky Mirage. This is Kayla from Kay's Hidden Shelf. Kay, sit your butt down at the disco ball. Okay, Kay, this one I'm so excited about because this captures your cozy vibe like none other. This one's got lavender, it's got ginger, it's even got, I think it's got like some vanilla in it. It's really good. I'm probably wrong. I don't know. I can't see through these things. Kay, if you want this amazing candle called Rainy Day Reads, there is one thing you must do, and I think you know what you must do. You must get DISCOFIED! Yeah. Okay, this next booktuber, she's changed her name, but I'm on top of it, right? She used to be called Fantasy Awash. Now she's going by her author name because she's writing all kinds of romantasy books that are totally disco. Laura Blake, sit your butt down at the disco ball. Okay, Laura, now I got a good one for you. This one, oh my gosh, I have to take my glasses off. This one's got cookie, it's got cinnamon, it's got vanilla. Now, I know you're a baker in your spare time. You like to make great baked goods. So what better for you than Christmas at the Burrow? Yeah, it's going to be amazingly smelling in the Blake house. However, there is one thing we got to do. And Laura, you know what that is. You must get DISCOFIED! Yeah! Okay, now this next booktuber, he's a big, strong dude, right? He's even tougher than Funky Mirage, if that's even possible. You know who you are, Mr. Strongman. Tom Orange, come on down and sit your butt down at the disco ball. Okay, Tom, I got a candle for you that is just so luxurious and it so much represents your reading style. It's got sandalwood, it's got oak, it's got leather. All of these things sound familiar to you, right? Because you went to Sturgis and you know all about the leather. This one's called Oxford Library. But Tom, oh my friend Tom, you know there is one thing we must do. There is a thing. We do it. You know it. Here we go. Put your leather seatbelt on, Tom Orange, and prepare to get DISCOFIED! Yeah! Okay, this is one of my favorite booktubers of everybody. She's always in the sprints. She's always in the chats. She's helping everybody out as much as possible. Even when Funky Mirage got a brand new streaming software system, she came in to help Funky test drive it. You know who I'm talking about. Eevee from She Was Only Eevee. Sit your butt down at the disco ball, Eevee. Okay, Eevee. This one just says your name all over it. It's got cider, it's got oak, it's got pipe tobacco. It's so warming and calming. This one's called The Inklings. Now, Eevee, you've seen enough of this already that you know where this is going. In order for you to get this candle, Eevee, you must get DISCOFIED! Yeah! Okay, now we said there was going to be no repeats in this year's Holiday Disco Special. However, that doesn't mean there can't be a family member on board. Jacob Minton, the king producer of Talking Story, sit your butt down at the disco ball, my friend. Okay, Jacob, I got a candle for you that I know you're gonna love because it's Funky Mirage's personal favorite one. This one's got fireplace, it's got cedar wood, it's got lemon, and because you are the brains behind the channel, it's called Headmaster's Office. Okay, now, Jacob Minton, you know very well, you've seen a bunch of this already. In order for you to get the Headmaster's Office candle and not drop it like the oaf that is your father, there is one more thing we have to do. You must get DISCOFIED! Yeah! Yeah. Well, we've got one more left to do, and since we just did Jacob Minton, we have to assume that his brilliance falls from the maternal side of his family. That's right, Amy Minton, sit on down to the disco ball. Now, Amy Minton, you do a lot for this family, you know you do. So I got you just a perfect one. This one's got white pine, cranberry, and clove. Ooh, doesn't that sound so good? This one's called Up North for the Holidays, 'cause I am your husband's brother in the North, which I guess that makes me your brother-in-law in the North. Okay, but Amy Minton, You know how this goes. You've seen it before. You're gonna see it again. I'm gonna drop all these candles everywhere. But Amy Minton, you must be... If I could do a cartwheel right now, I'd be doing a cartwheel, but I can't, so here we go. DISCOFIED! Yeah! Okay, everybody, those are all the candles that I got, and I ran out, and there's some international booktubers we're gonna do next year, early on in the year, on a very special replay of Funky Mirage's International Disco Special. That's right, it's coming up, so if you don't live in the United States, and you're wondering, Funky, how do I get DISCOFIED? You just wait, it's coming up. But until then, yeah!